Meet the expert.
Hello, this is Sławomir Szczepaniec speaking. Here is Lean po polsku series, which can be named as Lean in English rather. Hello, Krzysztof Dominikowski, are you here?
Hello, Sławomir. Hello, everybody. This is Krzysztof Dominikowski speaking.
What do you think about this crazy idea to record a podcast in English about lean manufacturing? Because you are the operational excellence expert working abroad in a distant locations from Poland for Millikan Performance Solutions, yes?
Yes, I think that's an excellent idea. We need to go forward. If we said one time we're gonna do it in English, let's do it. Let's say now in our world, everybody speaks English. Almost everybody. So
yes, is English speaking? It's a must for the people here in Poland.
It's a common language.
Yes, of course, and by the way, it's a good idea to practice it every day. I work for the American company Inventus Power, so I can switch to English for many hours every day. And now I would like to discuss about Industry 4.0. A true or a false? It is a title for our recording. Are you familiar with Industry 4.0?
Yes, and I think that the most common answer from the consultant that you can get it's always it depends. I think we are going more in the direction it's true. It's happening, and it will happen. For 100%, let's say the Industry 4.0, or let's call it Revolution 4.0, Industry Revolution. It's a fact.
The quantity of plants is growing rapidly. So, have you been there? What about this revolution? Is it good for us, or is it very, very bad?
Let's start from the first question. I think it's true. It's not false. As I said before, it's happening, and I think that the main driver for the situation is it's just the access to the internet, which is coming with, let's say, the huge or dramatical cost reduction for storing data. Let's say around 15-20 years ago, the cost of storing of 1 gigabyte was something like $10,000 per year, and now we are facing the cost with only 3 cents US cents per year. So that's the first point. In addition to that, we have a huge mobility of many new modern devices. We have modern technologies that are supported with the new types of energy. We are, let's say, machines that are able to learn, like robots. There is no way back, in my opinion. So it will happen. And the second part of your question was, have I seen them? I mean, the factories 4.0. I would say after, let's say, almost 4 years with performance solution by Millikan, I can say that, let's say, the most of our clients, they're not on that level yet.
Okay, so maybe it's a fantasy. It's a very good topic to discuss it in the evening because it is nearly 9 p.m. So we can say a fairy tale for children about this Industry 4.0. It's very noisy, you know, and I am a journalist, so I would like to earn more money writing articles and recording podcasts about it because it's very fashionable these days, you know? I think so.
Yeah, I can imagine that, but let's say when we are just talking about the situation of Polish industry, I think maybe 15%, 15% of Polish factories, they are, let's say, fully automated and they are ready to go with Industry 4.0, and the rest of the factories, they are still in, let's say, in this Industry 3.0 phase. They are not fully automated. They have no, let's say, highly educated resources and so on. So So let's say the industry 4.0 is a fact, but for Polish industry, for Polish market, it's still coming.
Robots, they can do everything. So it is very easy to produce shoes, to produce bricks, for example, or to produce cars. It doesn't matter for the robots. True or false?
I fully agree with you. It's a fact. So let's say with the robots, we at the beginning we just starting with the product. Product is a input. It's like a simple data, and with that data we just start to create programming, the whole base, which is working with the robot, and we're just doing the integration of the full line. And I was working with the factories that they were producing their let's say the carpets. Some of them were even producing, let's say, meals. And meals, I mean, that was the raw meat from pork and then from the other animals. And the robots, they were doing let's say the 80% of the job on the line. So it doesn't matter. You're right.
Okay, so let's go to this factory 4.0. You can meet a cobot, but you don't meet any man here. It is closed, the factory is closed, and when you supply the components, so it produces the boxes with goods. The drivers are picking up the boxes, and soon they will be picked up by autonomous vehicles. Connect a grid, give components, and it will work like a perpetuum mobile. True or false?
Partly.
It is autonomous. Autonomous. It is best definition for that, eh?
Yeah, but I think it's a bit too dark vision. It's like from the James Cameron movies, like from the Terminator, when Skynet was attacking the people and was taking control on the humankind. But then I'm thinking more, let's say, about Industry 4.0, like it is a little bit similar situation, of course not with Skynet and with the robots, but still the mankind will be let's say the master, and the machines will be the slave. And when we are using the programming language, like a PLC language, and people are still needed to manage the factory, to manage the systems inside, and to control what's coming in and what's coming out from the factory. I think at this moment the mankind is not ready from the, let's say, technological point of view for such a huge movement. And also the second question, which is, I think now it's the main question for most of the companies. It's what stays on the bottom line. So how efficient from the economical perspective is this investment? So sometimes it's nice to see the robots on the shop floor, not many people there, but what about the costs?
Okay, but thanks God, we will see tomorrow. Danger, 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 because the Industry 4.0 need only a few operators. It is possible to lean or to slim the team by 80% even. So you have a production line today, and there work about 8 people. Tomorrow we will see only one person, and try to think about this person, 7 persons. What are they doing tomorrow? They are drinking coffee and watching television, yeah? Is it a good vision for you? And what about jobless people, unemployment? It will be very common, you know?
Yeah, I got your point, but I think
it's crazy.
This is a challenge for the companies for sure, but we still need to understand what's behind. I think the way it's going to be in the future is that the factories they will evaluate in the direction that we will need more and more highly qualified people. And let's say you were talking about the operators. Of course, it's a tough fact, but we're gonna need less operators. But from these operators, the people who works as operators, they will, I think, in the future they will become, let's say, the service people, the quality people. They're gonna be delegated to the let's say more complicated tasks, because the workplace where they were working before will be dedicated only for the robots, because it will be just too simple to pay for this job for the people.
It's a dark vision of future, because there are no operators here. But of course, we can manage it. But try to think about this. 13th Lean Conference in Wrocław was held by Akademia Białego Kruka, White Raven Academy. So there was a performance from Gedia. Two managers were talking about problems because in future it will be possible that there is no job for well-qualified managers and black belts. Let me explain it to you. We have a PLC. They can produce the output with data, and they are fully autonomous. So there is no need to check the data, because the system works independently of the people, and you do not need so many managers to supervise this factory. Yeah, there is one supervisor in the USA, for example, and he has a mobile phone, so that he can open the application and see that the factory is producing boxes, cars, bricks, and raw meal, for example. Yeah. And what about Six Sigma black belts? What about the managers? They are reduced. They are too slow. They are erratic, the people are. True or false?
No, I think we need to understand the first topic with, let's say, with the industry 4.0 or revolution 4.0 in the industry. Of course, we're gonna have more and more smarter, faster robots, computers, and so on. The calculations that will be done through these machines will be extremely fast. But still, we're gonna need more and more creative people with, let's say, with the wider vision about the company future and long-term thinking. And I'm pretty sure never ever robots will be able to think like that. We are mankind, and always I think there will be the place for highly qualified people who need to cover some positions, like on the management level, on the shop floor level, and so on. Because robots will never think in a creative way. They're just gonna combine the figures in the, let's say, 0-1 language or something like that. They will not find the best solution for the people, because everything what we are doing, we're just doing for the people, I guess. That's
okay.
That's the bottom.
An advantage. The factory 4.0 works around the clock, every day of the year, without any breaks. True or false? That's the advantage.
I think it's false. Even let's say my favorite machines, so robots, they need to get some servicing. They need to be under control. Even the gearboxes, the planet gearboxes, and electrical drives, belts, which are inside the robots, they need to be checked. That's the first point.
Krzysztof,
Okay.
Are you a TPM guy?
Yes, I am.
So you will keep your job, I think.
Lucky me. But still, just coming back to your question, I think even robots, they can't work a whole year. They need to be under control. We need to do some service as well. We need to prepare some buffer in the warehouse with the goods that we are producing. We need to prepare for the breaks. So and everything here must be under the, let's say, people control. So 365 days in a row in a year, it's a false.
Okay, let's discuss about lean tools like visual management, 5S, Kaizen, Teian. They were created by people, for people. So now they are not suitable to be used. They are not practical. There is a domination of TPM. True or false?
I think that's the wrong way of thinking. Let's say now we're gonna be, let's say, on the higher level in the industry, but always there is a space for improvement. Even, let's say, so-called specialists for optimizations, for operation excellence, Kaizen, VM, 5S, we're gonna need them because even with the robots, with the multi-automated lines, we need to always to do some tuning, to spare some time, some seconds, and sometimes we are getting to the mechanical and physical limits of these devices, because our robots they can't go faster than 110% of the velocity or something like that. And then we need to have the creative people that can come, do the value stream mapping or other workshop and find the solution to get this 5 or 4 seconds per cycle. And I think the job for them will be in the future will be more challenging, but still they are valid.
Okay, I would like to say thank you for this recording. It was very interesting for me. It was an experiment. We are talking about Kaizen, about Lean, so it's a good thing to make the experiment, to make a recording of Lean po polsku in English. So, but please excuse us. Krzysztof, thank you very much. I would like to invite our listeners to visit our profiles. I have recorded more than 100 podcasts about Lean, and both me and you publish in Szef Utrzymania Ruchu articles about TPM, Lean, and other interesting things. So stay connected.
That's for my side. I really appreciate for the second opportunity to talk to you, to be in your podcast, and I hope that it's not the last one opportunity that we have.
Krzysztof is like a doctor in Poland, so you should wait about half a year to have a meeting with him scheduled. I do hope that you will find some time in the next month for another interesting recording about Lean. Thank you very much.
Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Meet the expert.